Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of My Team Career Mode on the channel. Episode 2 now as we are heading towards the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and as you can see above that, we've got a Pirelli hot lap, and that is going to be quite interesting. And as you can see from last race in the standings, Carlos Sainz has won the race. Red Bull take over the Constructors' Championship of so far from the first race, which is going to be very interesting. We are 7th in the Constructors. Obviously us bagging home 2 points and our teammate retiring because of an engine failure. Feel free to watch that episode, which will be in the link in the description of this video now, so if you haven't yet seen that, feel free to check it out so you're up to date. And yeah, moving on, as you can see we have a Pirelli hot lap, which is going to be quite interesting, but we also need to start upgrades. But we're not. We're going to be doing this, which is interesting. We have never done this before. This is new, but yeah. Choose average speed zone. Don't know what that means, but yeah. I don't know how these cars are going to handle. Well done. Speed zone. So we have to get 100.7 miles. Oh my goodness. Okay, sure. Sure. I don't know. Turn. I've never done this before. Oh my gosh. Losing the ring. Oh my god. Alright, I think we should stick with this. Yeah, we didn't get any. I've never done this before, I'm so shit. Alright, let's try this again. I'm using a steering wheel and I'm not used to this. No! Fuck. Okay. Christ. Early on the throttle there. Is that... got 100 something there. 100%. Oh! Was close. But yeah, I'm not used to how these cars handle. This is completely new to me. Yeah, that was 99 miles per hour there. But yeah, we get silver. It's not bad for our first couple of goes. But in total, our fastest was in round 2, which is very close. I'll take that, I'll take that. Alright, here we are, qualifying in Jeddah. This track is all about speed, as you can see, so I'm pretty confident that this car will be able to do some good laps, since it's basically mostly flat out in some corners, but not all. So I think we have a shot of getting into Q2 at least. Even though this car has not really developed much as of now, I think we still have a chance. Obviously, we're going to be using the stock compound tire and everything, so I think we have a chance, to be honest. I think if we just nail the corners right, get every apex right and everything, or most of them, then I think we should be able to produce a good lap. Yeah, let's go out on track and see what we can do. We do have a chance to get into Q2 for the first time, so let's see what we can do. Obviously tie grip is going to be very difficult on this track, especially with it losing grip very quickly. Main sector 1 pretty alright there, although we can do better. Almost touching the wall there, pushing the limits, but so far it's looking quite good, as we have a new DRS zone here on this straight. This is new in the new F1 game on this track. Going quite wide, so we made a subtle error there. That's going to cost us, but so far the lap is looking quite decent though. Going to the final corner now. We're going full throttle now. Let's see what this is going to do. Onto the straight, and it's going to be second fastest as of now with a 1:31.4. It's alright, although we can do better for like relax.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty
Some of the
much
speed in the
empty.
corners. Okay. 10 minutes left, let's just fast forward. And then let's see what we can do. Alright, change of plans. We didn't go out at the end. We just decided to stay in and see what we can do. But Max Verstappen is on pole position so far for qualifying 1. Sainz second. Charles Leclerc third. Marcus Armstrong, our teammate, is now in 10th with a 1:38. We just managed to make it into Q2. But Sergio Perez, what was he doing? He's in 19th place. I don't think he went out for another run. And Fernando Alonso as well, and Kevin Magnussen. I don't know what they were doing, but I'm really surprised with Perez. I thought he was gonna do another, but alright. So far, so good. I feel like we should have gone out for another lap, but we just decided to stay put in the garage and just see how everyone else would do. But yeah, let's see what we can do next.
We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the Lower Hejaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Bottas, Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda, Norris, and Marcus Armstrong, Ricciardo, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Albon, Surfer Boy, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Guan Yu Zhou, Perez, Latifi, Fernando Alonso, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Well then, this is going to be interesting. We have 25 laps on this race, and the strategy is saying mediums to lap 11, and then we're just going to go straight to the hards all the way to the end. Sounds like a plan. Just going to put the fuel down, of course. So yeah. It's looking like a perfect opportunity to get a lot of points. Hopefully our teammate doesn't have any problems, same with us.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
That was a very weird qualifying, I can't lie. Next race, I need to change the settings to put to full qualifying, that way we have Q1, Q2 and Q3 because I completely forgot. But yeah, both cars just 5 places apart, and it's looking like we could all score points, hopefully. So hopefully we have a good race. Alright then. Approaching the grid position for the race start. Tyres are up to temp.
Okay, incredible
Perfect.
parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Alright, here we go then. For the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, 5 red lights. And we are underway for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. A lot of wheel spin off the start. Esteban Ocon on the side of us there. As we go very deep in the turn one, minor contact with Sebastian Vettel on his back of his tyre. We get a warning for that. Passing Ricardo as well. A little bit too aggressive in the start, I can't lie, but we need to make it up these positions. As we just lose the car a little bit there, the traction. So our teammate up ahead in 9th position, I can see.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Yeah, a good start. Ricardo's gaining on us though. We need to catch up to Vettel. Lando Norris is thinking of making a move up ahead on Marcus Armstrong, but he's too far back and he goes deep, which gives us an opportunity to pass Sebastian Vettel for 11th position and possibly passing Lando Norris as well, as we get the straight line speed using all of our ERS side by side now. Can we hold him off into turn 1? Still side by side as he makes contact with us almost. But we eventually pass both of them, as Sebastian Vettel passes Lando Norris as well for 11th place. This is looking like a good result so far on that one for the team, for both me and Armstrong. We hit the wall there a little bit. Front wing's still looking alright. Mick Schumacher up in 8th position up ahead. As we deploy our ERS and then we get DRS, can we possibly do something into the final corner? No, we're too far back. Or not, so we go quite deep. Don't want to really put up too much of a fight because we're going to end up slowing each other down. But we are looking like the fastest car out of the two, as you can see up ahead. Mick Schumacher and Yuki Tsunoda goes wide, 3 wide there. As Schumacher up ahead, trying to overtake Valtteri Bottas. It looks like for 7th place, and they're both side by side still. But Sebastian Vettel behind us is catching up, and he's joined the party. As we get a good exit now. Right behind our teammate Marcus Armstrong. Is he going to leave us space? As we go deep round the outside, can we keep it together? Just about, as we're just losing the car a little bit, struggling for traction, as Armstrong is still on the side of us. Squeeze him off there, which is not on purpose. But Sebastian Vettel now is coming upon us. He doesn't take both of us, he has DRS.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
But we get DRS here on the final DRS straight. Before we enter the final corner, ERS and DRS deployed. Can we possibly make a move? We're going to hold back. Vettel goes slowly now, parking the bus, which doesn't really help us, but as our teammate now gets DRS and goes past us. As he's possibly, yeah, he's going to make a move on Sebastian Vettel, thinking of making a move on the outside. As they're going side by side now, Vettel blocks off, switches to the inside. Armstrong still on the long side with him, but Vettel still keeping a position as we go past our teammate now. As now we're side by side with him, we squeeze him off and retake 10th place. Vettel's going to be a sitting duck here because he doesn't have DRS up ahead. So we could possibly make a move or hang it out until the final corner and play the DRS game like Verstappen and Leclerc was in the real life Grand Prix. But it doesn't matter because we're going to still be too far behind anyway. But this gives us a chance now to overtake Vettel on the straight now, as you can see. Deploying a little bit of ERS as we get the straight line speed. We're going to switch to the outside. Side by side with Vettel, taking the inside, hogging a little bit of curb, but we do take P9. DRS now for Sebastian Vettel as he goes comfortably around the outside of us. And Charles Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is out of the session. And the safety car is deployed.
The safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta.
The luck is not there for Leclerc. First race disaster with a spin, and now seems to be having mechanical problems as he's out of this race for the second time. Having issues for the second time of the race. So we could possibly pit. Maybe.
There's a new strategy available.
That's our engineer now. Engineer saying a new strat. We're going to take that. 3 laps earlier than a planned pit stop, but it's a free pit stop either way. And it does give us a chance to warm up our tyres, as our tyres are going off now, as you can see. I think Armstrong might pit with us. This is a safety car. Everyone's most likely to pit, which isn't going to be ideal because he's going to be held up. He might stay out though, I'm not sure. But I think he might pit. You can see everyone's diving into the pits now. Yeah, I was right. Even our teammates coming into the pits.
Are out in the lane and ready to perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
That was a good pit stop there. Carlos Sainz now in 2nd place. Hamilton 3rd. Verstappen is your race leader so far. Mick Schumacher in 5th place. George Russell 4th. Yuki Tsunoda 6th. Bottas 7th. Sebastian Vettel 8th. Ourselves in 9th. As our teammate is all the way in 17th place. Hopefully he can make that up though. on to lap 10 now as we are on board with the safety car. As you can see from the rear view of Max Verstappen along ahead, as to see the the safety car is ending now. As we go back on board to ourselves now.
Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Got to get a good start here. Let's go full throttle now, green flags. And we're underway for the restart of the race. Vettel goes for an obnoxious dive bomb, but not one, but two cars! As he goes and overtakes Bottas and almost Yuki Tsunoda. I did not expect Sebastian Vettel to do that from the full-time champ, but they're side by side now, holding up the pack. Who's going to take Vettel? Bottas goes wide, which gives us a very good opportunity to pass him. I am so confused on what the fuck is going on. Vettel gets past Tsunoda for 6. Bottas is now thinking of doing a move, which he does.
Is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
And we will be using that overtake button more. We're struggling for grip. Of course, on new compounded tyre. What a wild start. Bottas is thinking of making the move now as they're both side by side. What's going on here? Vettel blocking off Bottas and Tsunoda. Now side by side. Up to 6th place. What's going on here? Vettel trying to defend the position, but they're both holding each other up, which is giving us a chance. Side by side with Valtteri Bottas now. Let's go. Hit the back of Sebastian Vettel. These guys are going so slowly. Full brakes and we couldn't stop the car as much. Tsunoda going slowly while trying to stay on with Vettel, which gives us back 7th position. Gaining slowly on Sebastian Vettel. Coming across to the 2nd DRS at Yuki Tsunoda behind us, and Valtteri Bottas is starting to gain on us. This is going to be quite fun. Oh, we almost make contact with Tsunoda. Just not paying attention. Bottas now thinking of making a move. Let's hold him off. Staying behind Tsunoda now. Giving him a little love tap. We get a warning for a collision with Tsunoda.
So we'll get a penalty.
So we're going to give you the position and think of a switchback, but no. We have to just hold put. That Alpha tyre is looking very quick. So far we are alright. As Kevin Magnussen now is out of the session.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
That is very unfortunate for Haas. Both Ferrari engine powered cars are having problems. First the Scuderia, now the Haas. They need to sort out the reliability of the Ferrari engine. Daniel Ricciardo now is thinking of making it. So is Pierre Gasly, as Ricciardo blocks up Gasly there. As he was thinking of making a move almost. As Vettel goes deep. Sebastian Vettel goes very deep. And he's giving Tsunoda the position. I'm just in disbelief. We had to just slam on the brakes, otherwise we would have gone into the back of him and possibly get a penalty. That error may cost Vettel. There's a caution up ahead. Surprisingly,
okay, be aware,
no safety car.
Next part of the track, no overtaking through the yellow flags.
You can see Kevin Magnussen's Haas pulled over to the side of the track.
Okay, clear.
I'm surprised that a safety car's not been put out, but we ain't complaining. But that Alpha tyre is looking quick. Sebastian Vettel still has pace. As we're approaching the 2nd DRS zone, he gets DRS as well. We are using all of our battery as we are gaining on Sebastian Vettel. He could possibly go deep again. No. We do get a decent exit though. Vettel is still getting DRS, but we are gaining on him. Staying behind him with a slipstream. moving now to the outside. Can we make a move into turn 1? As we go and send it very cleanly, given the space, but we do go in deep. We're still holding off Vettel now. As Ricardo is thinking of seeing a door open, but Vettel closing the door now to still hold off for 8th place. We are closer to Tsunoda now compared to the lap before. So we do have a chance now, possibly making the move on the final straight, start finish straight. So go very deep into the final corner, but still getting a good exit though, right behind the gearbox of Yuki Tsunoda with DRS, and the stitching is going to help us now as we go onto the outside. Tsunoda can defend us here as he tries to squeeze us into the wall.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
The engineer praised her for a good pass, which it was. So now up into 6th place after God knows how many laps. But Tsunoda does have DRS coming up for him to possibly make a move back onto us for 6th place. So we have to hold him off for the last remaining 4 laps. Oh fuck, hello! Hello, I didn't even know he was here. I didn't see him coming. That AlphaTauri is so powerful on the straights. But we are getting DRS now to regain for 6th place. Tsunoda's still holding off. I didn't even expect him to overtake me there in the final corner. Holy fuck, just having a moment there. Our tyres are really going off, and this is going to cost us massively. Tsunoda and Perez now. Perez has joined the party for the fight, as we have to hold him off. This is going to... all Honda power cars... okay, shit, no.
Okay, we've lost.
That's last year.
That's us down a
All Red Bull powertrain cars now, let's say, are fighting for 6th. Perez now, who I didn't expect to be gaining us all that quick. It's out here. Tsunoda has locked up into the first turn, giving us that place back happily. Oh my god, this is all getting intense. We need to keep our head down. Approaching the final corner now. Heading to the straight, starting almost our final lap. Tsunoda and Perez are now gaining. As we're now starting our final lap. Tsunoda now with a massive straight line speed to regain the pace. As we go very deep into turn 1, sending it on Yuki Tsunoda. Which gives Perez the opportunity to now take 7th. We need to hold on to 6th for just a couple more corners and straights. Because these points are very important. Of course. The tire grip is really difficult to maintain. Perez now, what the fuck? Making a move, seeing a gap and hitting the back of us there. That Red Bull caught us by surprise. We are struggling for grip, but we have saved our tank of ERS and we can use it on this final lap. DRS now, we could possibly take back 6th place if we are catching up to Perez. Max Verstappen wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Perez looks like he's going to hold on to 6th. Tsunoda is right on our tail, using all of our ERS. It's down to 1 corner as Perez goes slowly into the corner. But he is going to hold on to P6. But this is going to be very close for me and Yuki Tsunoda, it looks like, or not, as we hold on to 7th place. Have that.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today, as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Here we are then. Red Bull still leading the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes take over second place from Scuderia Ferrari. AlphaTauri and Haas are overtaking Alpine for 4th and 5th in the standings. Ourselves 7th. McLaren go down. And this is Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo and Williams in the bottom 3. We are still 9th in the standings, gaining a lot of points. Neck with Alonso. Verstappen is your race winner for today's race. Carlos Sainz 2nd. Lewis Hamilton back on the podium now in 3rd. George Russell 4th. Mick Schumacher with an astonishing drive for Haas, claiming a lot of points. Sergio Perez with just a masterclass drive from 19th to 6th. What an amazing recovery. Ourselves from 15th to 7th. Good points for us today. Yuki Tsunoda had a really good fight with him. He stays in the same place he started. Pierre Gasly from 17th to 9th. That would be really good for AlphaTauri with an amazing recovery drive from him as well. Sebastian Vettel gaining 2 places to finish the top 10. Fernando Alonso from 21st to 11th, gaining 10 positions. Not bad. Our teammate going down 2 places. He still has a long way to go. Lando Norris, Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, Guan Yu Zhou, Daniel Ricciardo, Alex Albon, Nicholas Latifi, Kevin Magnussen, and Charles Leclerc. There's your results for today's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Unfortunate for Charles Leclerc though, but there's still a long way to go for everyone. Alright then, this is where we're going to call it off. Thank you so much for everyone to tune in this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes for my team, because we're going to be doing a lot, and I mean a lot, of my team content, and also multiplayer content and everything above in this game. We're going to be having a look in, so make sure to turn on the notifications, and I will see you lot in the next video.